I know it's been some time, but I'm actually looking forward to jumping back into Guild Wars 2. It has been a hot minute for me. New expansion!
Oh my god! Okay, it's happening! Everybody stay calm!
I can't believe it! Finally, fresh, new Guild Wars 2 content that I've been waiting for. You don't understand. I like to get excited about this game, and finally, fresh content is coming out to the game. Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure will be releasing very soon, August 22nd. So let's go ahead and dive a little bit deeper into what ArenaNet has been cooking for the player base.
Just let him cook.
It's happening, it's happening, it's happening. Guild Wars 2 finally has the 4th expansion coming to the game. The title of it is called Secrets of the Obscure. And your first thought might be, where exactly are we going to be exploring in the game? That specific area is actually going to be the Wizard's Tower. The Wizard's Tower has been around in the original Guild Wars and has also been a part of Guild Wars 2. You can actually see the Wizard's Tower in-game. If you head to Kessex Hills, in the bottom right corner, you can actually see the Wizard's Tower right over here. And we've actually never been able to go to this tower, but in this most recent expansion, we'll have the ability to explore the tower and finally understand what's been happening within this floating building. Now, there's plenty of cool features that are included within this expansion, but what I think is super important is the whole Elder Dragon storyline. You know, the one where, you know, we fight Suwan, Zaitan, Mordrima, all those happy faces. Well, this whole saga is finally over. So if you've been trying to pay attention to the Guild Wars 2 story and you've been lost, like, what's the Ice Dragon's name? Why do we only get to see the Lava Dragon for like 2 seconds? Well, don't worry, this brand new expansion is going to cover a brand new story. So all of that previous knowledge about the Elder Dragons, you can kind of put in the back of your head. It's a brand new story. There will be fresh characters within the expansion as well. Don't worry, you don't have to follow up and read about the whole lore about Guild Wars 2. If you've never played the game, now is a great time to jump into it. But for all those experienced players, I know all of you are most excited for Zojja. Yeah, Zojja right here. She's finally waking up from her slumber and she'll be back into the game. I'm so excited. This character is voiced by Felicia Day. She's very snotty, uptight. She thinks she's better than everyone else. I love Zojja's character, so I'm thrilled to have a familiar face back into the game. But I think the rest of the characters who will be joining us on this adventure will actually be some new faces. Let's look into what this expansion has to offer. No elite specs? That's right, there's no elite specs. However, we will be getting brand new weapons for all the classes, professions. Sorry, in this game, they're called professions. Each profession will have a brand new weapon that they can utilize. Here's the whole list of what each class gets. And as somebody who mains Thief in this game, I don't know how I feel about getting an axe, but if there are some juicy skills that apply conditions to enemies, then I'll be happy. On top of there being extra weapons added to all the professions, all the elite specialization weapons are going to be free to use. This means that any weapons that are locked behind elite specializations, they'll be free to use even if you don't spec into that elite class, which is awesome. That means there's more flexibility, more build diversity. I think it's a big win for the combat of Guild Wars 2. Big thumbs up, ArenaNet. I like this. Keep it up. Proud of you. This expansion will bring so much flexibility not only to weapon usage, but also to ruins. I think they're going to be simplifying it so that way it's less confusing. Any type of simplification with combat is a good thing, especially for casual players to jump in and analyze the game and realize what they can get out of it. If you're a brand new player who's looking to get their flying mount, aka the Skyscale that's on screen right here, Secrets of the Obscure is going to totally resolve this whole drama with getting the Skyscale. This is a huge win for new players because I'm not gonna lie, the Skyscale is definitely a grind and a half to get in the game currently. You gotta sweat, you gotta work, you gotta put in the hours to get that flying mount. I think making it easier to get the Skyscale mount definitely fits the vibe of what ArenaNet wants players to feel in the game. There should be no stress or no long grind to get something as cool as the Skyscale is in game. And for those who actually have the mount, fear not. They stated that we can get bonuses if we train up the skills that are required for this mount in this expansion. That's a big thumbs up for me on making it easier for new players to get the Skyscale. In fact, I feel like this whole expansion is ArenaNet listening to the player base and adding things that we actually want. For example, they're aware that we're complaining that we barely get new content all the time. Now, with Secrets of the Obscure, they will be adding content every single quarter. Fresh content, new content, juicy content, unlimited. Okay, well, maybe not unlimited, but still, there's gonna be brand new stuff every single quarter of the year. This is a really good move for ArenaNet. Let me explain why. If I give you a plate of food, chances are you will try and eat the whole thing that is there. If a brand new season of your favorite TV show drops on a streaming service, you'll binge watch the whole thing. When End of Dragons, Path of Fire, Heart of Thorns, when these expansions launched, I would just binge the game in a certain amount of days and consume all the content just like that. But now that we're kind of getting spoon-fed portions, I think this is really good. We can enjoy what is in-game, take it as it is, play other game modes like World versus World or PvP. I think this is a really good way to make sure Guild Wars 2 stays consistent. I think following the roadmap like Fortnite does, where they add fresh content every 3 months, is a very good way to keep your game relevant and on the radar for players' eyes and ears. So this is a double thumbs up for ArenaNet. Yes, I like it. Keep spoon feeding us content like this. As long as it's fresh, as long as it's good, I'm all down for it. There's another huge win. Obtainable mount skins in game. Yes! This is so good. Something that Guild Wars 2 actually lacks at the moment. A lot of their revenue comes through the gem store, and there are tons and tons and tons and tons and tons. I'm actually not over exaggerating. All the mount skins in game. Okay, well, there's one actually you can obtain in game, but all the rest of them, they're only obtainable in the gem store. Big sad, I don't like this. I've complained a lot about it, so I'm super glad to hear there will be at least one obtainable skin in game for the Skyscale. Please, 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 just add more, plenty more. I think this is very, very, very good. Hey, World of Warcraft players, you guys like the vault system? Well, Guild Wars 2 is gonna be adding that into its game, and a lot of people express that it feels like Christmas morning every single time they open up their vaults within World of Warcraft. It is very exciting, so for Guild Wars 2 to be adding a system like this is so cool. I love it. Now let's set expectations here. We'll be getting 2 maps and 1 city hub when the expansion launches on August 22nd. As time rolls on, there will be more additions to the game, and they also stated that there would be changes to the old maps within the game. If we watch the trailer, the whole Wizard's Tower basically gets sucked into the mist, and then everything starts to burn around Kessex Hills. So I can imagine there will be some changes in Kessex Hills, and with the story moving into the mist, kind of taking things out of the in-game world and moving them to different areas, such as high up in the sky, I believe that there will be massive changes and a lot of different old maps for us to go and revisit. Very cool. I like it. There will also be other additional things such as new strike missions, which is kind of a given with expansions, as well as new fractals, which is pretty cool. The only thing that I have a concern for with this most recent expansion is World versus World. I love World versus World. It's so cool. Now that I have a Giga Chad PC, I'm ready to be running the game at high FPS while I see tons of players flood in and basically obliterate me in World versus World. I would love to have a brand new World versus World map, something to do with the mists. I don't know, ArenaNet, maybe we can kind of revolutionize the Edge of the Mists World versus World map that we have. And I know there's a high chance that there will be changes to World versus World. Why? Well, the game director, Grouch, he actually streams himself playing World versus World sometimes. So I know there are people at ArenaNet that like this game mode, myself included. So please, 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 maybe we can have some love with World versus World. I mean, PvP itself would be cool to have some additions there. And I know that is on the horizon. They've stated in the past that they will work on it. And while looking at the expansion website, I don't see anything covering World versus World. I'm gonna let them cook. Maybe they got something in the back of the kitchen, and I'm excited to be taste testing it. There are a bunch of other things that this expansion has included, such as being able to obtain a brand new legendary armor set. And of course, plenty of wizard hats to complete your Gan Gandalf cosplay within the game. I highly recommend checking out the expansion website and the blog posts written by ArenaNet to find out all the information that I haven't covered in this video. I'll be honest with you guys, I have been playing other MMORPGs after there has been a lack of new content for Guild Wars 2, but this most recent edition of Secrets of the Obscure makes me so hyped for this game. I like Guild Wars 2 a lot. The combat system is so good, better than any other MMORPG that I've actually played and experienced. That's my take. You don't have to agree with it. And I think the community for Guild Wars 2 is super welcoming and friendly. So of course, if you're looking to jump into the game, feel free to join my guild on EU. I'd love to play with you guys on stream. My link is down in the description below. And thanks so much for watching. And as always, stay hydrated, gamers.